Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Bears versus Cardinals. Now, they did win, so I am pretty happy. Something I do want to discuss is the fact that there were some Bears fans on Twitter that were like, hey, I'm okay if we lose. You know, we've lost this many games. We're going to lose more. I'm fine with losing if it creates better draft capital. Just beat the Packers at the end of the season. And I'm all on board on that as well. I think a lot of Bears fans were. To be fair, I don't think anybody was openly rooting for us to lose, but I think a lot of us were okay with losing. But we did end up winning 27-16. The game wasn't very great, if I had to be honest. It wasn't particularly great to watch, right? It wasn't a masterclass by Fields. It wasn't a masterclass by the defense. It just wasn't. It was an okay game, right? I would have preferred to lose just because, like I said, draft position and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be upset that we won, right? That's going to be my main thing. Like I said, it's not necessarily that we had such a great game. Justin Fields threw for 170 yards, a touchdown, a pick, 15 for 27. He rushed for another 97 on the ground. One thing that I will say is Justin Fields almost looked like he's been told not to scramble as much, not to take off and run when plays start to break down. It almost feels like, and I've said this before, Luke Getsy is trying to make Justin Fields play like Aaron Rodgers, and that scramble to force another play downfield. Don't scramble to look to run, which is really annoying to say the least. When you're one of the most athletic guys at the quarterback position, if not the most athletic guy, and you're also one of the most athletically gifted players on the entire field. You know, we've seen him take runs for 60, 70 yards. Why not have him run? Like, there was multiple times where he would, the play would break down, the pocket would be crumbling around him, he would step out to his side, and he would continue to look downfield, which I know, if you continue to look downfield, you have a higher percent chance of getting a play down the field through the passing game than with him running the football, right? But the Cardinals kept leaving these lanes open, and every single time he stepped up or stepped around to get outside and look for something, it always felt like, oh, there's a lane open. If he runs right now, he easily has 10, 15, 20 yards. And he would continuously look downfield, and then the play would break down even more. I don't know if Luke Getsy is purposely telling him not to scramble and not to, run when he has a chance. Or I don't know if it's maybe him doing something, doing that because he doesn't want to get hurt. It's strange to say the least. That was like my number one takeaway. Khalil Herbert had a fantastic day, 20 for 112, a touchdown on the ground. We gave Mercedes Lewis a touchdown. Cole Kmet had 4 for 107, I think. Yeah. And then nobody else really notable. DJ Moore, 3 for 18. Darnell Mooney, 2 for 5. It wasn't a great game. We can all be honest about that. It was not a fantastic game. And early in the second quarter, before the Cardinals scored, I'm pretty sure we were up 21-0 at one point. I genuinely thought, oh wow, we're having a decent offensive day. Watch us blow this shit. That was my number one thought going into halftime. When we were up 21-7, was like, we're gonna blow this. We're going to blow this. Even the commentators brought it up. The Bears have blown 3 leads of 10 points or more so far this season. Or it could have been 4 at this point. Which is fucking crazy. And that just shows you how bad the coaching staff is. I don't give a fuck what you think of Eberflus. You blowing 3 or 4 10-point leads is crazy. Especially when 3 of them were double-digit scores in the fourth. The coaching staff is what it is. I'm not going to harp on them anymore. They're gone. They should be gone. They're going to be gone. Panthers lost, which was a weird game for me because it's I don't like the Packers, but I would rather have the draft capital and have the Packers win that game. It's not like they're going to do anything crazy in the playoffs. You never know, though. The NFC is kind of looking weak this year. And I've said this before. The only reason why the NFC will win the Super Bowl this year is if the AFC beats the shit out of each other. I think the best teams are coming out of the AFC right now. I think you got the Ravens. I think the Bills are sneaky good if they get in. I think the Dolphins have a chance as well. This upcoming game, Dolphins versus Ravens and Dolphins-Bills, will really determine a lot of my thought process going into the playoffs. I don't think the Chiefs are really a competitor at all. I don't think the Jaguars are either. But I think some of the better teams are coming from the AFC, and it'll just be a question of, do they beat the living shit out of each other before they reach the Super Bowl, and then does that, help the NFC win? But then again, the NFC has some decent teams, but, when we see the Ravens beat the living shit out of the 49ers, I know that the 49ers were down to their last offensive lineman by the end of the game. They decided not to put Brock Purdy back in because he was getting hit so hard. I understand a lot of that, but it's just something to think about going forward. Bears going 6-9 though. So far, we have 2 more games. Green Bay, and I forget who else we're playing. The Falcons, I think. Yeah, it's the Falcons because that's one of the games I had planned on going to. I decided not to go to because the Bears are bad, and I don't feel like spending my money for a team that's bad and won't fire Luke Getsy. So I decided that I wasn't going to that game, and now I will be staying home on New Year's Eve. It was an okay game from the Bears. They played well. They got the win. There's nothing special about today's game, I think. I don't think there's anything that, showed us anything that we haven't already seen for the most part. Like I said, I think Justin Fields has either been told or he's thinking it himself of not running as much. Maybe it's due to injury. Maybe it's due to them wanting him to play a certain way. I don't know. I'm not going to make those judgments because it could be either or. It could be a little bit of both. It could be none. I don't know. Maybe I was the only one seeing that. Roshan Johnson looked fine in his limited role today, 9 for 37. And then, like I said, the receiving game wasn't very special. Kyler Gordon got his first sack. And to be fair, there wasn't a whole ton of stats put up by anybody. It was an okay game. It really was. Nothing special, nothing bad. Would I have liked us to lose? Kinda, sorta, maybe, not really. Yeah, whatever. The Bears winning is fine. I'll say that. We got the Falcons next, and we got Green Bay. Since we're already at this point where we're 6-9, I would like for us to win both those games, finish out the season on a strong note, go 8-9. But that's a lot to ask for. The Falcons are going to be competing real hard, and the Packers are going to be competing real hard because they both have playoff spots on the line and, being in the hunt right now. I think if we go out there and win some games, and hopefully if Justin Fields has some good games, we can see a little bit more of what he has. He can prove what he has as well. And then maybe going forward, we can, Poles will make his decisions shortly. I in my heart of hearts, I think Poles has already made his decision on what he plans on going with. Now, I understand, we still got the Combine, we still got the Pro Day, Justin Fields still has 2 more games, all this and that. But I think Poles is definitely leaning one way or the other right now. I don't think he's on the fence. I think he's, hey, we're going to build it around Justin Fields as of right now, unless something magical pops off at the Combine or Pro Day, or we discover something about a prospect that we just don't think we can pass up at the quarterback position. I think he's leaning one way or the other. Or he's like, hey, Fields is done. We're going to trade him off, and we'll take whoever we want at 1. I don't know. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video or any of the videos here on my channel, I'd appreciate it if you guys stick around and subscribe. I got more videos coming out hopefully soon. Like I said, recording stuff has been kind of slow just based off of when I am able to record versus how much I'm able to record, all that fun stuff. As well as just editing videos. I know anybody else who has made decently produced videos knows that it fucking sucks to edit. I'm going to be honest. Having to sit here and go through and get shit scrubbed out, get shit cleaned up is kind of annoying. Let's be real. Like I said, if you guys enjoy this content or any of the content here on my channel, I'd appreciate it if you guys stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this. I will have Madden 24 roster updates coming out as soon as the playoffs start. I'll have 2K24 roster updates coming out as soon as the playoffs start for that as well as 2K23 still getting updated. I'm going to do one last update for 2K22 if you've made it this far. There is going to be a 2K22 roster update hopefully coming out soon as well. But with that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.